Let's talk about bugs, and I'm not talking bed bugs. Airbnb platform, software, managing your business through the changes that they're making and why they're making these changes. Let's jump right in. All right, welcome back Airbnb family. A lot of you hosts out there know exactly what I'm talking about already. Airbnb released an update recently that made a couple key changes to their app and their platform, and there's some bugs. And I'm going to talk to you about my experience with them, why they've made these changes, because you'll need to prepare for more in the future and what you should do about it. So the first thing that I noticed is when running my Airbnb business from my phone, there was a multi-calendar feature in the calendar section, because you've got your progress, you've got your inbox, you've got your calendar, etc. And if you clicked on the calendar section, up at the top, there's a side scroll and had these little depictions of the calendar that showed you green where it was booked and where it was empty. And you can kind of side scroll and just see what your occupancy was and kind of look at your booking progress that way. Well, what they did is they turned those all into thumbnails. So every property that you have is depicted in a side scroll on the top, and you swipe left and right. And then of course, all your arrivals come down at the bottom. They also changed the order of these. Now all of your unlisted or paused properties come at the top, and then your listed properties are down below in the listings section. So, but back to the calendar part. The reason why they did this is because they needed to increase performance on the app. And there's a ton of data, like the reservation data. With ours, we have like almost 50 active properties. Loading all that reservation data, or a little representative sample of it, enough to make those calendars, was a ton of data, and is really slowing down the app, or the ability for that section to load. And with us, it wouldn't even load sometimes. We'd have to close it like every morning and reopen it and kind of like refresh the data that it has. It's the way that Airbnb stores data in its app. So to increase load speed and to get it to work for larger platforms or larger portfolios, that's the change that they made. And the point of this is they are switching their layouts and their usability more towards enterprise level hosts. They're noticing that a majority of the properties listed on Airbnb are by hosts with multiple properties. So they're really trying to optimize the platform for persons with multiple units. Get it? So what we've noticed though is the bug that's kind of giving us a pain in our side right now is through the messaging. They've updated somehow how they're relaying messages, and our apps are not getting messages in real time anymore. But we noticed that on browsers, they are. So I've logged into I've got 3 Airbnb accounts now, where I've got my A-class properties, ones that I perceive to be B-class properties when they're new. I put those in separate bins, so that way, if one doesn't perform as well, the reviews don't affect the other batch, right? So we're splitting those to preserve the 5-star reviews for our premium properties, which that account actually has 100% 5-star reviews for good reason, because we've protected it against average properties where people, you might have done a 5-star job with the property you have, but if it's not a 5-star property, they may not give you 5 stars. Make sense? Okay, cool. So communication is one of those things for 5-star reviews. And we've noticed that on the app, we're not getting those messages, but on the browsers, we are. So my recommendation for you is, if you manage from your phone, then get on Safari or Chrome or Mozilla Firefox and log into Airbnb from a browser on your phone and check your account against the app to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. So whenever you would reference your Airbnb account, go into the browser and load that as well and check your messages there, and be proactive. Don't just rely on Airbnb to hit you with updates and stuff like that, because you're not always going to get them. The third one, weird bug, is our account keeps switching to Spanish, like our preferred language keeps switching to Spanish. So our Gmail account keeps getting emails in Spanish, and I've changed it back to English like 30 or 40 times, and I don't know what's going on. So if any of you are experiencing this and you have a fix for it, leave it in the comments, because there's tons of hosts like me out there that will thank you for figuring that one out. But moral of the story is Airbnb is not perfect. And you're not just an Airbnb host, you're a business owner. They are a supplier. They supply you guests for your property. See, you have the asset. You have the real estate. They're allowing you to fill your real estate. They're supplying you that medium there. But they're not the only way that you should be booking. Like I do a lot of direct bookings. And honestly, within the next month or so, we'll be diversifying some of our portfolio onto Booking.com and elsewhere, just to increase revenue. So I recommend starting with just Airbnb, and I'm going to do a video on why, but as you grow as a host and as that property's matured, then you can move on to other platforms. And with that said, there's a mindset here I'm really trying to sell to you, which is that you do not blindly rely on Airbnb for the success or failure of your business. If there's a software problem, you still need to find a way to manage your vendor, your supplier, which is Airbnb. So keep a system of checks and balances. Be proactive. Load the app or your website proactively just to check for updates. Reconcile your bank statements to make sure that what you've earned actually gets paid out. I've found this. Plenty of other hosts out there found this. I found where they've owed me thousands of dollars and haven't paid me. There's things like this. These are bugs from the platform because Airbnb has pretty much automated a lot of these processes, the payouts and the notifications from guests. They've scaled on technology, and technology is not perfect. So double check everything. On occasion, be proactive, look out for bugs like this. If you see bugs, let us all know. Put it on my Facebook page. There's other Facebook groups where there's tons of hosts that communicate. So speak out, help other hosts find out if there's a flaw in the system so it doesn't affect their guests' reservations. Because at the end of the day, it's about the guests, right? We care about their stay, and that's how we get our 5-star reviews. So use this video to improve your business. Thank you for watching Airbnb Automated, and I'll see you on the other side.